This morning we are joined by David Flowers from David Flowers Therapy. Today we're talking about why you need therapy overall to, you say, fix your relationship. That's a tall order.
Well, when I say fix, I mean just getting it where you want it to be, ideally.
Sure.
Right.
I'll use a horrible analogy, I guess. You know, you got to make repairs on anything else in your life usually.
Yes.
Why not your relationship?
Yes, absolutely. Well, it's the most important thing, right? Because if you imagine it, can you imagine a business that talks about nothing except the product, right? And yet in tons and tons of relationships, all that's being done is just dealing with the product. You're dealing with the kids, the schedules, the administration, the calendar,
the end
all
result.
that. Yeah. And a lot of couples really are not often at all, right? Just sitting down and talking about, like, how are things between us? How are we doing? Have we talked in a while? What's going on? Right?
Yes. So this is the function, the nuts and bolts of things.
Absolutely.
So where does therapy come in? Because there usually is sometimes a stigma. I think it's gotten better over the years about seeking out therapy. But
yes.
How can anyone in a relationship benefit?
Anyone in a relationship can benefit for a few reasons, right? The first thing is that when there's a significant problem in the relationship, the kind of problems that show up over and over again. A lot of people will say, you know, we keep arguing about the same things, or the same topics pop up, we're stuck. The reason for that is because usually people lack skills, right? So a lot of times people will say, well, we can fix it on our own. So what they'll do is they'll try real hard, right? That's intentions, but they don't realize they're lacking skills that can help them make happen what it is that they want to happen.
Yeah,
so that's a huge benefit.
Yeah, so what's your argument there? You know, how can therapy help with that?
Teaching the skills, right?
It's a tool.
Yes, and not only the skills that help people move forward, but helping people understand that the patterns that they're stuck in are pretty common patterns, right? There's one pattern I'll just bring up really quick right now. It's like 80% of couples have what we call a pursue withdraw pattern, where one person feels anxious when problems aren't addressed right away, and the other person feels anxious diving in and having those conversations. It feels intense, and they need a break for a while. So how do you get past that?
Right. Well, and what it sounds like you're saying is the way you're trying to solve a problem is probably the problem itself.
That's precisely what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The way you're trying to solve the problem typically has become the problem.
Sure, that's just an added layer to the cake.
Yeah.
All right, so again, why do you enjoy what you do, and where do you come in and kind of guide couples through that process of communicating better?
Yeah, well, I guide couples, first of all, by helping them understand what makes marriages work or relationships work and what doesn't, right? Helping them understand, like, these patterns that you're stuck in aren't your fault. You come by them honestly most of the time.
And you see them all the time.
Right, maybe it was modeled in your own childhood, or, you know, whatever. So it's not because anybody's bad, right? So I help people understand, like, you're not a bad person. It's not about usually whose fault it is or anything. It's just, how can we recognize the patterns and then learn the new skills that you need in order to get to where you need to be?
Yes, and we all need to be open to learning new things, right? Mm-hmm. As always, we appreciate your insight, and we have your information there to put on the screen for folks at home. David Flowers Therapy, you can get in touch with them there with that information. Great to see you.
Great to see you too.
Yeah,
Thanks.
we're back after this.